Yes.
Okay, thank you. Let's wait for another couple of minutes, then we will start. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to all of you in this next episode of Bazar Pe Charcha. Today is August 11, and market is from the last 1 month, almost 6-7 weeks. Market is rocking. There are so many factors behind that. Main thing is that now there is some indication that inflation is going to be eased down. So it is like. But before discussion, I want to give disclaimer from my side. This that whatever going to discuss in this webinar should not be considered as a buy or sell recommendation of any particular security, and all information should be considered as an educational purpose. And we are not having any exposure in any stock or indices. Okay, so let's move further, then we will discuss technically, and we will try to wrap up this session in next 60 minutes. So this is a overall market scenario as per O'Neill methodology of market direction, and as per O'Neill methodology, except energy, almost all market is in confirmed uptrend. Okay, and there are few sectors which are really doing good, and we are consistently saying from the last so many webinars, last so many sessions, that like auto is really doing good. Even 1.5 months back, I have expected in this webinar that now IT is also ready to bounce back for at least 30,000 kind of levels. Now it has already reached around 30,000 level. Now Pharma is also given breakout. Banking is really doing good. From the last 2 webinar session, I am consistently saying that banking maybe are going to outperform in coming weeks. So it is like overall market is really doing good. There is a good bounce back happened in metal also, and then auto once again from the last so many months I am consistently saying once it will cross 12,000 levels, and once it will remain holding about 12,000, then I can say that it is ready to move toward 15,000 kind of levels in auto index in next 4 to 6 quarters, actually, or roughly I can say 1.5 years. So auto index is really doing good, and you see there are a lot of autos like Mahindra, TVS, all these stocks. Even Maruti is also doing good. So all these stocks are trending in uncharted territory, like Mahindra and TVS is trending in uncharted territory and exceptionally doing good on week basis and month-on-month basis. Okay, so let's move to discuss further technically. So let's start with Nifty. So Nifty, see, this was the base at that time. Also, we have mentioned that this is the very critical range. If it will remain traded above this particular range, and that range was around 15,500 kind of. And if it will cross and hold, then positivity may accelerate in upside. market may index trend may accelerate in upside, and after that the market now market tried to climb all hurdles, I can say, or all key moving averages and everything, and now it has moved to almost 17,700. Even today in trading session it has crossed to 17,700, but unfortunately it failed to hold up. Now what next actually from here? So I can say that there is a trend line here, this particular trend line. So this market has approached to this particular trend line here, and once it will remain closing above this particular trend line, so I can say that further positivity will come in the market. But suppose it will fail to hold this particular trend line, so I can say that it will enter into sideways zone. So at this meanwhile, it is not, there is no sign like market will correct from here, obviously, but yes, it may enter into sideways zone further. If I talk about my opinion about Nifty, so Nifty 50, so I can say that in my opinion, if I talk about from at least this month perspective, that is August month perspective, one thing what I am expecting that upside is very limited. Upside is very limited month means maybe 18,000 or 18,200 kind of levels can be, or even I can say 18,000, 18,100 kind of levels may be achievable in upside. So I can say that upsound is not that much looking from here, but yes, at the same time, there is no sign of negativity as well. So maybe if it will not gain that much like it gained in last couple of months, so maybe it will remain traded in sideways. But at the same time, there are a lot of sectors are really doing good, like banking, auto, a lot of stocks also showing excellent Q1 numbers, and that is why it is accelerating an upward trajectory only. So I can say that now it is a time to give less focus to market or less weightage to market, at least not market, means Nifty 50 index, and try to focus on, even last webinars also I have said, even last from the last so many reports also we are clearly mentioning that now it is a time to focus more, give more weightage on this stock specific actions. And because of that, and maybe because of this earnings season, or maybe because of there are a lot of external factors as well, or economical factors as well, and stocks are doing good, but fortunately market is also doing good. But from now, what I am expecting, at least from here, upside is limited, or upside may be limited from here, maybe 200 points, 300 points, or maximum 400 points from here in this particular month, August month. But stock specific action will remain, stock specific action will be there in the market. So try to focus stock specific action. If I talk about downside point of view, so in downside, I can say this particular range, and that range is around 17,000, or I can say that there is a range of 16,800 to 70,200 points range. Unless market, until it is trending about this particular range, that is 16,800 to 17,000, I can say that the market is in range bound only. If once it will breach that particular range, then only we will start thinking that there may be some serious negativity will starting. But if meanwhile, as such, there is no sign that market will fall from here. It may enter into sideways zone, because I can expect at least once again that I am not expecting that much. But yes, 18,000, 18,100 kind of levels may be achievable in this particular month in Nifty. Now, if I talk about Bank Nifty, so same thing. Even today also Bank Nifty has outperformed, and I think it has touched around almost 39. It tried to touch 39,000 level. It has already crossed 39,900, but it failed to hold above that, and then it closed a little bit that level. But it relatively it has outperformed. Okay, so I am expecting that in coming weeks also, or coming days also, this Bank Nifty may be remain in outperforming zone only, and it will remain traded in positive trajectory. But yes, if I talk about upside, so in Bank Nifty also now from here, I can say that upside is there is some indication that upside may be limited in this particular month in Bank Nifty as well, as because I can see that there is Nifty may face strong resistance in between 39,000 to 40,000. Range is little bit large, that is 1,000 point, or to be precise, I can say 39,400 to 40,000 kind of levels. There is a lot of resistances there in the market in Bank Nifty. So maybe Bank Nifty also may gain another 500, 600 points from here. Then it may enter once again into sideways like that. So meanwhile, there is a situation like from at least next 2 to 3 weeks point of view, or at least August month point of view, that market may remain traded in the range in this particular range. Otherwise, there is no problem at all. there is a strong positive momentum in Nifty and Bank Nifty both, and it will remain traded like that. So what I would suggest at current level, that do not try to focus on index, try to focus on stock specific actions. Once again, from all these space, Nifty 50 stocks or banking stocks, and maybe it will reward you more in compared to focusing on this index actually. Now, apart from Nifty and Bank Nifty, let's talk about Nifty IT. So Nifty IT, from the last 2-3 webinars actually, almost from last 1.5 months, I was saying when this this level has crossed this horizontal line, because there was a waves formation happened. At that time was also, I'm consistently mentioning from the last 2-3 webinars that this particular index, that is Nifty IT index, is ready to move to a 30,000. Now it has already reached to 30,000, I can say. Then now what next actually from here? So I can say that there is some resistance around 30,000 kind of level, 30,000, 30,500 levels. Once it will cross, then I can say that Nifty may retest at least 38.2% retracement level of recent all-time high, and that recent all-time high is placed around almost 39,400 kind of level. So if I do retracement of this level to, let me draw retracement level. 1 second. Let me clear first this old retracement, and it will give more clarity. Okay. So if I draw a retracement level from yes, from this range to this range, so I can say that the 38.2% that is level is placed around 31,000 kind of range. So I can say that once it will cross the level of 30,000 successfully, then Nifty IT may zoom another 1,000 point, and in such case it will show at least retracement of 38.2% retracement of entire fall happened in last 7-8 months, and in such case Nifty may try to touch or reclaim around 30,000 or 31,000 to 31,200 kind of levels in next couple of weeks in this particular month. So meanwhile, this IT index is also not looking that much bad, and maybe this bounce back may be remain in continuation. And even if I do stock specific analysis of this IT, so Tech Mahindra, Wipro, all these stocks are showing some further acceleration from here. And after considering all these factors, I can say that there is still room is there in this particular index, that is the IT index, and it may gain another 1,000, 1,200, 1,300 points from here. Okay. Now, let's talk another Nifty Auto. So Nifty Auto, once again, it is in clear-cut bullish trend, no doubt at all. It is trending in uncharted territory. I am consistently saying from the so many months that once it will cross 12,000, next range, it is door is open for 15,000. Now it has already traveled from 12,000 to 13,000. So 1,000 rally, almost 1,000 points of rally already happened in this sectoral index, that is auto index. And stocks are really doing good. Sector is really doing good. Most probably the way auto numbers and everything is there, so it will remain in bullish trajectory only. And sooner or later, I can say slowly and gradually, it will move toward 15,000 kind of levels. But obviously, from 13,000 to 15,000, from 12,000 to 15,000, that is around 25%. From current level also, it is around almost 16, 17, 18% kind of move. So obviously, it will take time, no doubt at all. And I'm expecting it will take another 4-5 quarters to move around or to move towards 15,000 kind of level. Otherwise, there is no problem at all in this particular space. I would suggest to follow buy on dip strategy in quality stocks like Mahindra and Mahindra, Maruti, TVS. All these stocks are really doing good. Or maybe a few days back only in this week, I was doing some analysis or component analysis of this auto. So maybe now this few auto components are also picking its momentum. So maybe next 1 week, auto ancillary stocks will also start showing some very good momentum in market, even though there are few stocks which are really doing good from this auto ancillary also, but still there are a few stocks which are not showing that much strong momentum. But most probably, if something major problem will not happen in the market from the global perspective, so maybe this auto ancillary stocks will start picking its momentum in coming 1 or 2 weeks or coming couple of weeks. Okay, so overall positive. I'm still intact for the level for 15,000 in next few quarters actually. So bullish, I would advise to buy on the strategy in this. Yeah, this, how would you like to take view?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Pawan. So let me share my screen.
Yes.
Okay, so let us discuss a few sectors. The one is Nifty FMCG. So if you see here, this is a weekly chart of Nifty FMCG. So if you see here last 6 weeks, it's almost gained almost from 36,000 to it has run till 42, 43,000. So now it is especially this week, it is witnessing a profit. So profit booking. So as of now, it is trading in a uncharted territory. It's trading at lifetime high. So these are one or 2 weeks of profit booking at this high. It's very normal. So let's come back to daily chart. So if you see from last 2 days, especially, it is not able to cross this 43,000 level, which it might be a psychological level. So it is facing profit booking is happening at a higher level. So until it's trading above this red color horizontal line, that is around 41,300 400 level. So until it's trading above this level, the trend will be bullish. One can keep it in a watch list, or can hold this FMCG stocks in their portfolio. So once it breaks below this level, so once again it might touch this 50 DMA. So the fresh bull buy calls will be only if it crosses above 43,000. Then only the fresh buy call can be considered. And the next sector is Nifty Pharma. So Pharma also, if you take down the weekly chart, so that also it has trading in a upward trajectory, but still it's lagging. So if you see all the charts, banking charts, Pharma, it's already trading at lifetime high, but Pharma sector is clearly lagging. So it's still trading, it's below its 100 week moving average, not able to cross its 50 DMA. So here this trend line, this upward sloping trend line will be the key level to watch. So let's move on to daily chart for the clear visibility. So this one, so 200 DMA as well as this trend line, downward sloping trend line, it's already placed around 13,100 level. So once it breaks out above this level, so next target would be this next swing high, that is that 14,000 level. 30,900, 14,000 level will be the key mark. So on the downside, until it's trading above its 50 DMA, it's fine. But clearly we can see that pharma stocks are still lagging, but there is a slight bounce back from its 50 DMA, which is these 2-3 candles, bullish candles, are very good. Okay, so it's already reached its 38.2 retracement. So it's kind of sluggishness. We can see some of the profit booking. We can see those who bought in the lower side. Some of them might book a profit here. So another side of profit booking might come here. So one can wait for this sector. Once it cross above this level, next bullish run will start. And the next sector is Nifty Realty. So interest rate hikes always what we can say, it's negative for Nifty Realty, but not this time. It's already gained so much despite interest rate hikes. So there is a strong demand for housing and housing materials. So it's already, if you can see that it's already given a breakout. It's already touched its 200 DMA, which is major resistance. So it has given a pullback, slight pullback in the last 1 week, and currently it's trading in the sideways range. So what we can expect from here is it might trade in the sideways range. It might continue to trade in sideways range. So once it breaks above this 200 DMA, so what we can expect is 480, 500 kind of levels in the Nifty Realty. So on the downside, its critical level is this trend line, as well as 100 DMA, which is placed around here, that is around 420 level. So downside support will be around 420. So once it breaks below this, once again it might move into this consolidation range. Okay, so Nifty Realty key level will be 450 kind of level, which is 200 DMA as well as previous swing high. And Nifty Metal, so it's from last six Nifty Metal has been prices have been cooled off. But still, there is a lot of demand for metal stocks. So if you've seen the results of SAIL, Hindalco, all are posted very good numbers in terms of profit, our top line as well as bottom line. So it is already, you can see in the chart. So it's already after 100 DMA, it has already taken retook its 50 DMA this week. So earnings is very good positive sign for this Nifty Metal, and it's already touched this entire fall of 50% retracement is already done here, and it's still trending in the upward direction only. So it might witness some profit booking because of this run. So it's almost a 1000 point run from the lower level. So it might witness some kind of sideways range once it near its 200 DMA. So what we can expect is this 200 DMA will make 200 DMA as well as 100 DMA might act as support for some time for Nifty Metal. So once again, once it cools off, all the next supply will be demand will be created for the next kind of 6000. This that is around 6100 and 6200 level for Nifty Metal. So there are other two sectors. Pawan will discuss.
Yes, thank you, Atisha. But before discussing, there is a question from Sanjay Kalara. He is saying that there is some contradiction that you are saying auto and bank is showing 10 to 15%. So let me make you very clear. I have seen that my 15,000 kind of levels for auto index, but obviously my time frame is quite larger, obviously. First thing. Another thing is I have given bank Nifty levels. I have not said 10-50% move for bank Nifty. I have given said 2-3% move for bank Nifty, very limited move in my opinion, and that my opinion is only for this particular month only. I have not given any long-term opinion for banking sector meanwhile actually. And another thing is that it is not necessary that what is my observation or what is general studies, that it is not necessary that if auto will gain or banking will gain, so Nifty 50 will also gain. No doubt it has Nifty. Obviously, auto is not going to that much impact because weightage is not that much large on Nifty. But his banking has some almost 35%, still 35% weightage in Nifty 50. So it may impact. So that is why I am saying don't be confused that I have not given long-term opinion of 10-15% move in banking Nifty bank. I have given only 2-3% kind of move for this particular month only. I have given long-term opinion for auto index only meanwhile. Okay. Now let's move toward another sector, that is Nifty Energy. And Atisha, can you please share Nifty Energy stocks? So Nifty Energy currently it is trending above all key moving average. Only it is below, trending below 200-day simple moving average. Even if I look on this look into this exponential moving average 200, so it is trending above 200 days exponential moving average. But it is still trending below 200 days simple moving average, and 200 simple moving average is placed around, I think, 27,300 400 kind of level. So once it will cross, I can say that the positive momentum will start. But in my opinion, after doing a lot of multi-time frame analysis, I can say that it is not going to cross at least in next couple of weeks. It will take some time. So it is not looking that much attractive at current junction, but at the same time, it is not looking that much negative as well. So most probably it will remain traded in sideways only. And if I say a broad range of this particular this energy index, so I can say that broad range of this particular index is roughly around 28,000 kind of levels in upside, I can say, and 25,800 or 26,000 kind of levels in downside. So I can say that most probably in this particular month, that is August, or next 3 weeks actually, it will remain traded in the range of 26,000 or 25,500, 25,800, sorry, 25,800 kind of levels in downside, and upside maximum, I can say that maximum I can expect in this particular month is 28,000. So it will remain traded 2,000 to 2,200 point kinds of level in between. So I am expecting range about trending session in energy index. I cannot see it at current junction. I cannot see a clear cut trend in this particular index. But at the same time, it is not looking that much negative. So most probably it will remain traded in sideways only. Media. Next one is last one. So if I talk about media. So media is now approximately around 2100 kind of levels, and 200 DMA is placed around 2150 simple moving average. No doubt it has crossed 200 is exponential moving average, but it is still trending below 200 is simple moving average. Once it will cross that 2150, so I can say that some more positivity will happen, and in such case 2200 kind of levels may be achievable. So most probably once it will cross 2150, I can say once it will cross 2150, so 2200 kind of levels may be achievable in next 2-3 weeks on in this particular month in media index also. So I think we discussed all sectors very rapidly. Now let's move to our query session. Query. So we will wrap up this session sharp at around 5:30. So let's take first query. Let's take BEL. Okay, let's take first query BEL. So if I talk about BEL, so it is trending in trading in uncharted territory only. It is in clear-cut bullish trend. Stocks belongs to this particular space, that is defense space. And from the last so many months, I am also consistently saying in this webinars only, you can check our recordings on YouTube, that this particular sector is going to outperform, and every dip in this particular space, be it HAL or BEL, is going to monetize to buy on dip strategy, or one can take opportunity any fall in this for buying purpose. So I can say that still there is a positivity only. Of course, now I think there is some bonus declaration also in this BEL. So after all these things, trend is bullish, no doubt at all, and it will remain traded in positive trajectory only. Only one problem is that here I can say that there is some red. Once again, let me make you very clear that it is, I'm not, whatever I'm going to say, it is not like that it will fall, obviously. But only one thing is that one has to be very cautious at current level, because 10, 15, 20% correction at any juncture it will happen in BEL, no doubt at all. At least once it will start falling below 278, level is 278 to 275, 3 rupees range is there in BEL. Once it will fall below 278, 275, then correction may accelerate. Otherwise, there is no problem at all. Even I am still saying that this sectors and stocks is going to remain outperforming in coming months also. So I would suggest to follow buy on dip strategy if someone, but I would not suggest anyone to take fresh entry at current juncture, because after considering risk reward and everything, it is not advisable to take entry. But if someone is holding this particular stock in their portfolio, please trail your stop loss and remain holding in this particular stock. Looking quite attractive.
Next one is
DMart. Let's take ITC.
ITC, okay.
ITC, and then I'm followed by Coal India. So ITC, almost it has achieved our level of 300, 310 kind of, and I can say that it is in bullish trajectory only. Momentum is very strong, and now it started trending as per in line with market, I can say that. So every opportunity, every fall in this particular stock can be taken as a buy on dip strategy. So I can say that now most probably this particular stock has entered into multi-month bullish trend, and now it is showing also, now it is trending about 300 also. So I can say that it will remain positive only. Of course, it may face some resistance around 320, 325, no doubt at all. So I can say that next target would be 320, 325. No, I'm not denying for that. First hurdle is 310 only, 310, 312 only. Once it will cross 310, 312, then next target would be around 325 kind of levels. But yes, after ignoring all these small moves, I can say that it is clear, this particular stock is clearly trending in bullish trend, and it will remain bullish trajectory only in coming few months also. So I would say, in short, follow buy on dip strategy in this ITC.
Next one is Coal India, right?
Coal India. So Coal India has reported this Q1 excellent number. Actually, profitability has gained up almost 3x. I can say one thing, 180%. and stock is also doing good from the last so many weeks. And in 1 month back also, I think last webinar session there was a question regarding this Coal India, and I have clearly mentioned that I'm expecting at least 335, 340 kind of levels in Coal India, but it has its own pace of move in market. So most probably slowly it will remain traded in little bit slow motion. But yes, I am expecting at least 335, 340 kind of levels in Coal India. Still, I'm in positive after this Q1 earning also. Even for disclaimer, I think MSI people have already added in their portfolio, and they are sitting on good gain. So it is like that. So looking positive. Overall trend is looking positive for Coal India.
Next one is BDL.
Sorry.
BDL.
BDL once again belongs to this defense stock, I can say, Bharat Dynamics, and consistently doing good. Now there is some base formation, but I can say that sideways a pattern breakout already happened in this particular stock, and slowly and gradually it will move further from here. So I can say that overall trend is positive. Only one thing is that once it will breach a level of 815 kind of levels, then I can say that it will enter into sideways only. But otherwise, there is a positivity, no doubt at all, and it may accelerate further from here, and it may remain outperforming in coming weeks and months also. So overall trend is bullish in this particular stock also. Now next is let's take Polycab and BEML. This are
okay.
Polycab. So Polycab today, I think yesterday it has reclaimed 200 days, 200 day moving average, and now today also it is holding above that. So I can say that the 200 days moving average plus around 2390, and unless and until it will remain trading above that, positive momentum will be there in this particular stock, and slowly and then gradually it will move toward 2550, then followed by 2600, 2620 kind of levels may be achievable, or maybe beyond that also. So I can say that the 200 days moving average, that is almost only 30-40 rupees below from here. So I can say that it is a good entry point from here. If someone is looking to buy this Polycab stock, so one can take entry at current level, and one can keep stop loss also. So stop loss is one can keep around 7-8% from here after calculation, and remain trailing that, but stop loss. Maybe stock will outperform, or stock may outperform in coming weeks, and maybe upside levels like 2550 or 2600 levels can be achievable. So looking positive.
Next one is BML, right?
Pawan, we can discuss solar after BML.
Yes.
Because BML had a share of news in terms of land divestment, so on and so forth. So once we discuss that, which is largely technical in nature.
Solar industries you are talking?
Solar
But
industry.
after BML में आज वो थोड़ा technical था, guys. So I think there was some news in terms of land parcel being divested, sold, demerged, so on and so forth. So this large part is based on this news-based technical move that the stock witnessed. Pawan will obviously discuss the finer technical details. But after BML, we can probably take solar. A lot of requests for that.
Sure. So after doing multi-time frame analysis of this BML, I can say that in most probably there is a hurdle, and that I can say that hurdle is placed around 2830, 2840 kind of levels. And today's high is also placed around that only. Today's high is also 2800, so not 2800, sorry, 1830. So today's high is also 1834. So I can say that once this particular stock will start trending above this level, 1800, 1840, then I can say that it will enter into fresh bullish trend. And in such case, in BML, sky is the limit. And in such particular say that I can say that stock may be moved 25%, 30%, or maybe 50%. But for that, it must cross this particular level, that 1840, and remain holding above that. So maybe fresh bull trend will start in this BML actually. Multi-time frame chart analysis, especially long-term chart, monthly chart is looking quite attractive to me at this current juncture. Now next is
Solar industries.
Solar industries. Okay. So solar industries 3200. It is from my study. strong momentum is very strong from long term to mid term perspective or short term perspective also. And I can say that even short term point of view also, 2 days back only it has given fresh breakout around 3050 kind of level, 3050 kind of level, and today's closing is a flash around 3200. So I can say that it may accelerate further from here, and maybe in coming few weeks I can say that 3500 kind of levels may be achievable in this. So overall trend is very positive in this, especially on monthly chart. Momentum is very strong in solar industry. Mayur, would you like to say something regarding this?
No, results were very good. So guys, numbers were very, very good for solar. Two things are happening. One, order book remains strong. Second, in terms of the leverage position, it's quite okay. And in terms of dynamics related to input costs, management in its transcript has clearly said that Q3 onwards, it should be relatively better. So I think they're standing on a good order book. Top line growth is expected to be reasonable. Margin performance should come back strongly, as everybody is expected, as a matter of fact, from Q3 onwards, because of the low inventories or deflation in input costs that we have seen. And therefore, the guidance is relatively stronger for the second half. So I think numbers have held up. Technically, the stock is looking very, very good, and it still remains in the pivot as far as the O'Neill methodology is concerned. So I think there are no flags on surveillance as well. Yeah, so it looks pretty interesting. In fact, what Minto is also pointing out, Devyani also is looking very, very interesting at this point of time. I think that entire QSR space. So guys, I think technically, I think when the breakouts are happening, right, they will happen in a very fast fashion. You look at Devyani's move today. So I think Devyani's move primarily backed in terms of good numbers and expectation that, the solid volume growth is expected to come through, because the management commentary remains very, very solid. To top that up, if you probably look at the kind of, the breakout in the volumes that is probably getting witnessed, it has just broken out in terms of getting into the pivot at this point of time. So that also looks very, very interesting. So yeah, both the stocks fundamentally reasonably placed in terms of numbers on the O'Neill ratings. Satisfies most of the parameters, and technically also I think breaking out. Yeah, very interesting stocks both.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Acha, Bako Sriram is saying that Pawan sir, you were turned too bullish actually. Actually, I am not that much bullish regarding stock, regarding index actually. But when I was discussing index, then also at that time also I said that there are a lot of stocks is looking quite attractive at current juncture, and it is not necessary that index will not move, then stock will also not move. History suggests that past में ऐसा हुआ भी है कि इंडेक्स साइडवेज में रहा है, और stocks like BEML or stocks like solar industries really did well, like 30%, 40% kind of moves may happen, and all these looking attractive. That's what I'm saying. Otherwise, see, turning bullish or very bullish on index is different thing. Turning bullish on particular stock, especially this stocks from mid cap space or mid space, is totally different story. Because वो सब क्या होता है कि स्टॉक के खुद के अपने फंडामेंटल्स और उसके खुद के अपने मूव पे मैटर करता है. It is not like if index will move, then only all these stocks will move. So, but once again, we have to be remain cautious always in equity market, because suddenly certain things will have turn negative. So obviously we have to change our opinion. But meanwhile, whatever I am sharing stock specific only. Please do not consider it overall market or overall basket perspective. If BML looking attractive to me, so it is my duty to share my fair, clean and fair opinion with you. That's it actually, not more than that. That's the KPIT. So KPIT, from the last almost 1.5 months, it is consolidating. Now today only it tried to attempt breakout actually, and breakout level is this particular level is only 550. So from tomorrow onward, I can say that once it will remain trending above 550, then I can say that next target would be at least 40 to 50 rupees from here in KPIT in next 1 or 2 weeks actually. So keep just watching this level of 550, trending above 550. Next target would be in KPIT 590 to 600 kind of levels in KPIT. Next, Minda Corp. There are a lot of. Let's take Minda Corp. From the last 2-3 trading session, it is showing some negativity, but overall trend is obviously positive, and it is still holding 21 days exponential moving average and everything. So I can say that it is too early to comment in this particular stock that it is going to change its trend. But one thing I can see here technically that it has some resistance in this particular range. That range is 240 to 250, and it not able to hold that above that range. So I can say that it is facing. So maybe it may remain traded in sideways in coming couple of weeks or in a couple of days, I can say, or in next week. But once it will cross that level, that range, that 240 to 250, I can say that next target would be, at least in this particular stock, is almost 370 to 280 kind of levels. Or maybe once it will cross that particular range, then I can say that further more bullish trend in this particular stock. But yes, unless and until it will not cross 250 kind of level, it will remain traded in sideways only. So meanwhile, 2-3% here and there may be possible, but it must cross 250 kind of levels technically to give fresh momentum or fresh bullish momentum in this particular stock. That is window.
There is a caution regarding paper stock. Is it the right time to enter? So obviously it is no. So,
yes, you are saying something.
Yeah, there is a question regarding, is it the right time to enter a paper stocks at this time? So obviously, if you've seen all the paper stocks, HSI, JK paper, Andhra paper, it has already rose up around more than 20% from the lower level. So obviously, it is now at the level of profit booking. So not the right time to enter the stock. Let's wait for another consolidation. It might witness, there might be a slight profit booking. So once it create a small base, once again we can re-enter into the paper stocks.
So all quality paper stocks, I can say that get really accelerated for current level. So I can say that I would not suggest anybody to take fresh entry at current level. But yes, if someone is holding in their portfolio, so they can trial their stop loss and everything, and they can remain invested in that, because overall momentum is bullish, no doubt at all. Even if I talk about JK paper or other paper stocks, momentum is very strong, very strong. But at the same time, there is no sign of negativity. So it's better to trial your stop loss and remain invested in stock and just enjoy this rally actually.
Shall we take Gujarat Fluoro?
Sorry, you are saying Atisa something.
Gujarat Fluoro, shall we take that?
Okay, 1 minute. There is a question of what is the reason for moving paper stock? Is it some long-term trend we are seeing? So I think one reason fundamentally I can say, because there was some plastic ban, and maybe that is why most of now more weightage is going to be paper packaging and everything. This is the one fundamental reason. There may be other also, no doubt. And but I know at least one. And then technical, obviously I'm technical person and I can discuss more technically. So technically from the last, it is not only from last 2 or 3 months only. From the last so many months, I can say that paper stock is exceptionally doing good actually. If I talk about now, then from the low of this 2020. So if I talk about JK paper only, so first sign of a clear-cut breakout in JK paper happened in the month of January 21, around 120, 125. And after that, if you see the monthly chart of JK paper, I can say that consistently month-on-month basis, it is showing higher top, higher bottom formation in this particular stock and exceptionally doing good. And likewise, other stocks also. So I can say that this breakout, whatever breakout happened in paper stock, it's not suddenly happened. From the last so many months, this move is happening, no doubt at all. But one reason what I'm expecting that because of this reason that there is a ban from plastic and everything, or maybe that is why this paper and packaging and everything is now gaining momentum. But it may be other reason also, but I am not aware with that reason. But technically, it's look like that. In my opinion, that JK paper has given breakout at 1 year. One and a half year back in JK paper, and still there is no negativity. The one can remain invested actually.
Okay.
Let's take Yatisha, you are saying something.
Gujarat Chlorochemicals. So there
Chlorochem, then after take we will take a DMart and LIC.
Okay.
So, Chlorochem, momentum is very strong. Trend is very bullish. trending above all key moving averages on multi-time frame chart consistently. Now from the last 10 days, there is some consolidation happened, and I can say that once it will cross 3450, current rate is 3400. Once it will cross 3450, I can say that a fresh momentum, fresh bullish trend will start in this once again. But failure to hold 3450 may remain trending sideways only, obviously. But overall trend is positive, so maybe it will cross. So overall trend is bullish, no doubt at all. One can try to buy, take fresh entry about 3450 with stop loss of around 3200. If stop loss is possible to you, then one can take entry in this Chlorochemicals also.
Pawan, let's have a few chart checks. I think a user Rajesh has messaged me directly. 4 stocks that he's mentioned. One is PVR. If you can have a look at them.
Sorry?
PVR.
So
आज क्या हुआ इसमें अच्छा खासा बीटिंग हुआ रिजल्ट आया था कि
so see as such if I do multi-time frame analysis, so as such there is no problem at all, like this daily weekly and monthly. But yes, from daily perspective there is some, from the last 3-4 days some correction is happened, and today also it has lost around 3%, I can say. So maybe this correction will accelerate further in coming days, and I can say it may fall at least toward 1960, I can say. So 100 rupees fall may happen from current level. So otherwise there is no such negativity. But yes, after considering last 3-4 trading session move in this particular stock, I can say that now this particular range, that 2060 is a critical level to watch. Once it will remain trading below that, I can say that 100 rupees correction may happen in PVR. Otherwise, it will most probably, I can say that from midterm perspective, it is in sideways only. There is no doubt at all. Overall trend is positive. But yes, it may correct from another 4-5% from here, no doubt.
Next is DMart that Rajesh wants to.
DMart, okay, next up it was. So last month move happened in DMart was really good actually. And now this month, from the last, in this particular month, it is not doing anything and trading in very tight area. And that area is only almost 100 rupees only. So I can say that this level of 4350. Meanwhile, it is trending around 4260, 4270. 4350 is a level to watch. Once it will cross 4350, then I can say that 4700 kind of levels, 4600 to 4700 kind of levels may be achievable in DMart. And in my opinion, after doing after considering a lot of factors, especially multi-time frame, I can say that slowly and gradually it will cross this particular level, and maybe it is ready to move toward 4600, 4700 kind of levels in coming few weeks or coming 1 or 2 months actually. So looking attractive at current juncture. If someone is really interested to buy, so one can follow, one can buy at current juncture also, and one can follow buy on dip strategy. If someone is interested to know the stop loss level also, immediate stop loss is placed around 4180, but good stop loss level of good stop loss is placed around 3800. So obviously 400 from here is almost 10% stop loss. If some risk reward is not looking that much attractive, because 400 kind of move upside and 400 kind of downside, but yes, it looks like that only. It may gain 4700 kind of levels in coming few weeks.
Great, Pawan. One, Tata Motors.
Okay. So if I talk about Tata Motors, so this auto index is obviously exceptionally doing good, but I can say Tata Motors is a major laggard in this auto index, because you see Tata Motors has gained in last couple of months, or I can say the 6-7 weeks, Tata index has gained almost 10% auto index, but Tata Motors is comparatively on relative basis, I can say that there was not that much gain happened in Tata Motors. So, but technically as such, there is no negativity at all. Stock is trending above all key moving averages on multi-time frame chart. And there is some breakout also happened in this, but there is a resistance area in this particular stock, and that resistance area is a very strong actually, because if I do the daily price analysis of last from October onwards, actually from October, if I do daily price analysis of October onward data, so I can say that this range of I can say around 500 plus minus 10 rupees or 20 rupees, I can say. So I can say this range of 510 in upside, and same way level of this 500 500, 480 in downside, I can say, and 510, 520 kind of range is upside. This particular area is an anchor point level from the last, after considering last October onward data. And I can say that it is not going to cross that much easily also, unless and until there is some positive news happened in this particular stock. So it will remain traded in sideways only. So as such, in my opinion, technically, it is not looking that much good or that much bad. And slowly and gradually it will pick its momentum if market will remain trading in positive trajectory. Otherwise, most probably it will face hurdle in this particular range, 500 plus minus 20 rupees. So that not looking that much attractive, as well as not looking that much bad. But yes, positivity is there from longer term perspective, no doubt at all. Anything else, Mayuresh?
LIC was there.
Yeah, LIC. Yeah, exactly. That's what.
So LIC, after listing, there is a consistent fall happening, and from the last almost 2 months, I can say that it is in sideways only. But immediate technically immediate, as per my study, I can say that it need to cross 720 kind of level. Then only I will turn positive. So just keep watching level of 720. Once suppose it will cross 720, then we will start thinking for positivity in this particular stock. Otherwise, not. So just keep watching level of 720 rupees in LIC.
Next one is Federal Bank.
Federal Bank, and afterward Home first.
Okay.
So Federal Bank, for disclaimer, we have already added in swing trading as well as this TraderSmith as well as MSI में भी add किया हुआ है. So it is like that. So looking positive, no doubt at all. And maybe it will gain further from here. There is some resistance around 113, 114, no doubt at all. Once it will cross 113, 114 kind of levels in this Federal Bank, then I can say that next immediate target would be around 120 short-term target, I can say 120. But overall trend is positive in this particular stock, especially if I talk about my larger time frame. So there is already breakdown happened on a monthly chart actually, and on monthly chart there is an inverted head and shoulder pattern formation, and inverted head and shoulder pattern formation is always considered as a bullish, majority of the time, not always, majority of the time is considered as a strong bullish trend in stock, any particular stock, and it has given breakout. So only thing is that it must remain holding above level of 100 rupees. So unless and until it is trending above 100 rupees, I can say that it is in bullish trend from long-term perspective. And from mid to long-term perspective, I can say that another next hurdle is 122 to 125. So 520 to 525. Once it will cross, then I can say that further bullish momentum will start. So overall, after considering all these factors, mid to long term perspective, it is looking quite attractive to me at least also. Short term में swing trading में, or I can say that TraderSmith में क्या होगा 2-3% here and there. I am not saying it may happen anything tomorrow only. But yes, overall structure from mid to long term perspective is attractive to me in Federal Bank.
So Pawan, I think there is one question on. Just hold on, I just forgot what that was. On Hero MotoCorp, and did we cover Delta Corp?
No.
So maybe Hero MotoCorp, Delta Corp, and Rajarathan Global. Rajarathan has given fabulous returns. So good numbers, good commentary, and good technicals to support the same. So we can do Hero MotoCorp, Delta Corp, and then Rajarathan Global.
Okay, sure. So Hero MotoCorp, another laggard stock from auto space actually, I can say. So if I do this segmentation of this auto index now, so in this rally actually this two-wheelers is not that much not participating that much actually. I don't know why it is not participating, but it is not showing that much strength, two-wheelers especially like Bajaj Auto or Hero Moto. Otherwise, as such, there is no that much positivity or that much negativity. But yes, from long-term perspective, I can say in Hero Moto, there is a strong resistance placed around 2900. So I can say that from here, in conclusion, that once it will cross 2900, then only it will turn more positive, and in such case, it is ready to move toward 3300 kind of level. Unless and until it is trading below 2900 kind of levels, I can say that it will remain traded in sideways only. But at the same time, it has already given trend line, the downward sloping trend line breakout on daily chart and weekly chart. Now it is trending above almost all key moving averages. But yes, momentum is not that much strong after considering all these factors, or maybe because of that only, and maybe because of this on monthly chart, it has some resistance around 2900, and it is facing resistance around that. So that is why it is there is some problem. Or maybe once it will cross 2900, then I can say that the door for 3300 is open in this. So just wait. Once it will break out about 2900, then more positivity will attract. This particular stock will attract more positivity. Next one is Delta Corp.
Delta Corp, yeah.
So Delta Corp, Delta Corp from the last so many months, I can say that from April onward, there was a sharp fall happening in Delta Corp. From the level of almost 330, 342, there is sharp fall happened in up to 160. So I can say that 50% correction happened just in time span of 3 months. But it took support around 10 year of average. I can say 10 year of average means 120 month of average, and that is placed around 160 levels, and a stock is bounced back. And last month there is a excellent gain happened in Delta Corp. But meanwhile, as such, there is no sign of trend reversal in this particular stock. Of course, there is some support around 160, and because of that, stock has reacted. Because at the same time, stock has corrected almost 50% also in prior 3 months, and that is why stock has corrected in last month. So I can say that it is if someone is not someone has not bought this particular stock, so I would say just avoid it at time being, because it is not looking that much attractive to me. Now Raj Ratan. So Raj Ratan trending in uncharted territory from the last 2 months. There is exceptional gain happened, and stock has gained from 600 to almost 1100 rupees. So 40-45% gain happened in last 2 months only. So as Mayuri said, that there is a good numbers and everything. So momentum is also positive. So I would not suggest anybody to take fresh entry in this particular stock. But if someone is holding, those just remain trailing this stock, and immediate support is placed around just below 900. So I can say that its stop loss is also very deep from here. So that's why I would not suggest anybody to take fresh entry. But yes, if someone is holding, so one can try. It may gain further from here because momentum is very strong on multi-time frame chart. So may gain, but not advisable to take fresh entry at current level. Let's take
Home first. Home first.
Home first, yes.
Today I think as a test.
Home first, I think it has given breakout last week of last month, that is July. It has given trend line breakout, and after that there was some gain happened, and then once again it has retested that breakout. And today only it has gained almost 8%, 9%, I can say, and closed. So I can say that some positivity is there, and now stock is ready to move into uncharted trajectory. And from here, I can say that today it has closed around 885, 800 above 880. So I can say that stock is ready to move further from here, and the way momentum and everything is showing in multi-time frame chart, I can say that 1000 rupees kind of levels may be achievable in home first in coming few weeks actually. But for that, I can say there is a level in downside 850. It must remain holding above 850. Suppose it will breach 850, then maybe it will enter into sideways. But after considering all this technical factor and everything, I can say that maybe it is ready to move to 1000 rupees in next 1 or 2 months or 3 months maximum. I think we have discussed almost all major stocks. Let's take Titan, Yati sir.
Okay.
So there is a exceptional move happened in this particular stock in last month, especially July, and its stock has gained almost I think 20% in last month, and now in this month also showing some positivity. But from here, it has maybe, in my opinion, it has some resistance around 2550 or 2600 kind of levels. 2550, it may face some resistance. So overall trend is positive, but I can say that it may face resistance around 2550, in between 2550 to 2600. Okay, so but trend is positive, but it may face resistance. Only time will answer this question. Okay, but trend is positive. Yes. Now, is there any other? See, our Lancer container, we do not track actually. Let's take C8.
Okay.
Auto component, I can say tire stock. So last month there is a very good move happened in the C8 after base formation around 900, I can say. And the stock has from 900, stock has gained almost 1350 to almost 30% gain happened in just a span of 1.5 months, 6-7 week only. And currently it is trending around 1350. There is some immediate resistance around in the range of 1400. Once it will cross 1400, then I can say that the next target would be around 1550. Another 10% move may happen in this C8 also. So trend is, overall trend is positive. Trending above key moving averages, momentum is also, at least on the weekly and daily chart, momentum is strong, and on monthly chart also momentum is improving. So I can say that it may gain further from here, no doubt. But yes, for that, market will remain in positive trajectory only. Otherwise, obviously, so overall trend is positive, yes, I can say. But first resistance is placed around 1400. Once it will cross 1400, then I can say then 1550 kind of levels in CA.
Last query. There are a couple of queries. One is Dawat, LT Food, and Tata Elxsi.
Let's take Tata Elxsi first. So Tata Elxsi is one other exceptional stock which is really did well and outperformed consistently in the last few months in whole IT packs. Even if I talk about in this correction, when sharp correction started in IT, but it has not corrected that much also. Even once upon a time, if you remember, whole IT was falling, but this Tata Elxsi was not falling; it was gaining, and it was it is considered it is still not breached 200 DMA. Then there is a bounce back happened, and now once again it has entered into uncharted trajectory. So overall trend is positive, momentum is very strong. It may gain further from here, and it will remain outperforming in coming weeks also. Next one is Yatisha.
Dawat, LT Food. Dawat.
LT Food. Okay. Dawat looking positive actually. There is a resistance on monthly chart around 95 rupees. Once it will cross, most probably it will cross. Once it will cross 95 rupees, it will start showing further strength. And in such case, I can say that 100, at least 110 rupees kind of levels may be achievable. But for that, it should cross and hold 95 rupees. Let's take last query of this session. Is there any in your mind to discuss?
Not in mind. There are. We'll take VIP Industries.
Okay, let's take two actually. One VIP from your side and Bank of Baroda from my side.
Okay.
So VIP, even I think in last webinar session also I have suggested that try to avoid it, may fall or it may correct from here. And same stance I want to maintain today also, avoid it currently. Now last, Bank Baroda. Bank Baroda, fresh breakout is there on daily chart. Fresh breakout is there on weekly chart. And this PSU index is also showing. So I can say that in Bank of Baroda, I am expecting at least 35, 137, 140 kind of levels in coming few weeks, or I can say that in next couple of weeks actually. So 10% gain may happen in next couple of weeks. Then once again, we will review this stock in next Bazar Pe Charcha session. But looking bullish actually. Overall trend is looking quite attractive to me. Index is also showing some positivity. And the stock is also showing positivity. So overall trend is positive. But at the same time, there is some resistance also around 127. So 127 from here, that is 545 rupees from here, and once it will cross, then I can say that 137 to 140 levels may be achievable. Suppose it will not cross 127, then it may enter into sideways. Okay, otherwise overall trend is positive. Okay, thanks for joining this session. Let's stay with us in next Bazar Pe Charcha session. Thanks for joining this session. Thank you all.
Thank you.